That'll. All right. I want to know in the chat, what is something you are proud of this week? Really quickly, what's something you're excited or a win or you're proud of for this week? Okay, I am loving this. Holy moly. Team share. So I'm going to read these. Hannah said, team sharing and coming to all the calls. Yes, I'm so proud of you guys for showing up. And your faces. That is huge. When you show your face on team calls, I promise you it trickles down. And I know there's some things where you can't show your face, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference when you come on calls. I don't care what you look like, but come on and come proud and excited that you're here. Cindy, I reached out to someone and she is supposed to order tomorrow. Ashley, been struggling with reaching out about the business side. I understand. And so far this week, I've done it both days. Ashley, I am so proud of you. I promise every single time it gets easier and easier when you do that. Patricia, I said that I would start the 3-day today, and I did. I can't wait to hear how your first day is going, because I know that it's, not as late as it is here. So I'm curious how that is going here in a minute. Cindy said, I've had so many responses than usual. Okay. So see, last month you were worried about you were doing 100 messages and everything. And so you weren't getting all the responses, but you were planting those seeds, because now look what's happening. Okay. Who is Zoom user? Zoom user said, reached out and have 2 potential buyers. So I'm curious who you are, and then who Moto is, Moto E. And then Rachel, I am proud of my friend Haley, who just joined Plexus, and she'd already did her first post, already sharing, and already has her first person that she is about to sign up. And Haley is popping on this call. Oh my gosh, so exciting. This is what was really key about Carissa's call, is it shows that you as a leader, when you're seeing your team duplicate, it shows you're doing the right things to lead them and lead them well. So duplicate and keep rocking it, keep showing up. Oh, Haley, yay. So Haley is the Zoomed. Haley, you're the Zoom user. So I'm gonna, I think I can change your name. Yeah, just so Haley with 2 E's. Got you. And show your faces if you can, because it's so important for all of us to see everybody. Even though we aren't in the same states or in the same locations, it's just so nice to see smiling faces, whether you're smiling or not. It's exciting. Okay. I am really pumped about just getting together tonight. It is, and just like the last call that we just listened to, it's so true. When she said this, I was like, that's how I'm feeling. And I'm curious, type in the chat, like, I feel this way too. If you feel like this feels like the first week of the month, but also the holy moly, we're already in the middle week of the month. That's how I'm feeling, because we had a holiday weekend starting out. And so we did 4th of July, everything. And then it feels like, okay, well, we did all of that. Here we into the second week. And it feels like now I'm ready to go. And now I'm ready to move my business and everything. And it's already the middle of the month. And so does anybody else feel that way, that you're like, yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. Shara, just helping my team on the 3-day reset. Awesome. Hang tight.
And Shara, you hosted a team training. Hello. Laughs, laughs, laughs.
Hannah, can you take over just for a second?
Yeah, my house is a little crazy right now.
Mine too. Hang tight. Go for it.
Going for it. Let's see who else reached out. Okay, so raise your hand if you're on here. And those of you that don't have your camera on, you can just do the little hand signal. But raise your hand if you did the reset.
I was told to put them up. I'm putting them up.
Okay. Complete meltdown. Here, Casey, come say hi to these people. Ask them. Ask them how many. Say, did you have more energy on day 4? Say, did you have more energy on day 4? No, nobody. Some people, yes.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. All right.
Major more energy on day 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So those of you, now Rachel Colley's on here, and I didn't know this information at first, but I was able to help Rachel Ross through it because I learned a training. So if you ever have anyone say they got this reset and they start having upset stomach or nausea or diarrhea, that sort of thing, that can be a sign of liver detox. And I'm hearing the milk thistle makes all the difference, and it comes in liquid forms. So I don't know if Rachel on here. Rachel Ross, is she the moto? Okay. Anyway, her liver, she was having liver pains before she did the reset, which is why she had the milk thistle, and her liver pains is gone now after the reset. So if you know anyone in your life that struggles with some liver issues, just know, hey, the reset may make them a little bit sick, but if they have that milk thistle, that's going to help. And it could alleviate their liver pain, which was a huge blessing and a surprise for us. I'm going through that with someone that has liver issues.
That's amazing. And I think that as we keep going, we're going to be learning so much about this reset that's really going to keep us and help our customers. I saw, Rachel, your hand was raised. Did you have something? Oh, okay. So she said in the chat, it's Rachel. I'm proud that I finished my reset. I got through the liver detox and have renewed motivation to continue my health journey hardcore. I've lost 13.6 pounds in the last couple of weeks, 8.6 of which was with the reset. Now we know compliance, we can't say anything more than 6, but you can say I lost an amazing 6 pounds and excited for more or something to that nature where you're alluding that there's even more.
I like for people, like I'm seeing so many people say 6, and to me, I'm starting to be like an outsider, like everybody can't lose 6. So one thing somebody could say is the average weight loss is 6 pounds, and do like a funny emoji or something. I don't do anything average, and then they can reach out to you. So that's a good way of not saying the number 6, but that is so incredible. I'm excited. Ryan got me my chicken. Those of you that don't know, I can't do the bone broth or the tomato soup, but he got me the chicken stuff. So I'm going to start soon. I'm excited.
You are going to love it. And I know for me personally, I'm going to do the reset monthly because I feel like it's a good reset so that you don't fall back into your old habits. And so that's what I'm excited about, of just continually doing that, but also sharing that with your customers. The last thing that you want is them to just buy the reset. And then they're like, well, now what? What do I do now? Or XYZ, right? You want to lead them into better health and better decisions, better choices, and moving forward. So making sure that you're setting them up for success with that welcome pack, with that 189 welcome pack, because that's what's going to be huge for their continued success. But setting them up in the beginning of saying that, just like what we are when we're sharing our referrals and how much they can make every single month, it's like, Okay, great. Let's get you a welcome pack, because when you're done with this 3-day reset, you're going to want to keep going and seeing great results. So what health goals do you have, or what are you looking for in that? And then that's when you can figure out which welcome pack is going to be best for them. Hang tight. In the chat, if you've done the reset, keep shouting out goals of why you're excited about this reset and what you are loving about it.
Hey, Hannah,
Yeah.
tell me what you were talking about with the liver stuff, because I had one of my gals that said that she had some elevation in her liver stuff. So I need to know what to tell her.
Okay, so literally, and Ross may be better to tell you, and I'll have to look back what was recommended, but it's literally milk thistle. It comes in capsule form or liquid, and
Okay.
I'm preferring and recommending for people to get the liquid because they add it to their hydrate in the morning. Go ahead and get all that going through, or they can add it to their water.
Okay.
But it's making a huge difference on the ones that they do have the liver issues.
Is it like a detox type sign, or it is?
Oh, absolutely. If you're feeling nauseous, if you're throwing up, if you're having diarrhea, these are all detox. And now we know from people that are starting to share that have liver issues, they're starting to share their testimonies now. And even like Rachel, like her liver pain, she had it because that milk thistle on hand, because she was already doing outside research, what can help with liver, that sort of thing. So she already had the tools she needed. So when we're helping people, they may actually have milk thistle. Like I was almost hesitant to recommend, not to Rachel, because I know her, she's a plexus no matter what, but I was almost hesitant to reach out, like to share that with people and say, hey, get milk thistle, because that's, telling them to get something else. But they might actually already have those products on hand, because that's that's one of the main things that natural way of helping your liver with the milk thistle. So definitely let people know.
Okay. And then is that something that, sorry, there's another question. I kind of lost my train of thought. How soon does it resolve itself? Do you know?
Rachel, can you chime in on that? Did it help you? Like, I can't remember. I was thinking you felt a difference by the end of the day that I told you, but I can't remember for sure.
And there's a certain amount that they're supposed to take?
I'll ask back in the chat. I think she probably did what was recommended on the bottle. And it would just depend capsule. We'll see what she said.
Hannah.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Hey, I don't know if you got my message when you asked if I was coming to team call, but I said I was jumping in the shower. So I've been listening, but I haven't been in the shower. So I'm just getting out. As soon as I get out, like I will come on camera and I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so give me just like 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Okay. Haley has a good question in the chat. Hannah, do you want to go for that one?
Yes, and I can send you graphics of our tag you and our business page, because we just added you or sent you the invite. I don't know if you accepted yet, but I know you're doing Vacation Bible School. But anyway, I just sent you that invite to the business page. But for the reset, there's the reset plus triplex and the reset plus a weight loss combo one. And I'll send you a graphic for both of those. We do have other combos, but a lot of people are wanting to get started with the reset and then continue that through, because I mean, I'm not really looked into, I haven't really looked into fasting type things, but what I'm hearing is this is a really good, like it's a bargain. It's a good price. I'm an outsider looking in and I'm like, oh, that's a chunk of money, right? But if you're a type of person that goes through like different, I keep saying reset, but different fasts and that sort of thing, and you have to buy stuff for that, apparently this is a really good deal. And we know that it's really good. So Haley, all your people will be new. So it's an added blessing for them because they can get that welcome pack plus the reset. So they're saving $50. And then that SAM 2020 code, we can use that with them also. So I'll send you those two specific graphics with the reset, but then I'll also tag you in our business page for those all the other graphics. And we need to, I'll make you a health quiz link. Everybody raise your hand if you have a health quiz link made. Okay, Cindy, we need to get Cindy a health quiz. We need to get Jennifer a health quiz. I know we have Rachel and Tony made one. And okay, so we need to get Haley's made, Jen's made, and Cindy's made. So I'm telling you, that health quiz link is my go-to now. You send that over. It literally already puts their membership in the cart, which is a huge blessing. That's already there for them. That means they get the best price for the entire year. Then it takes them right to a quiz. So if you've already talked with them and you know their best combo is going to be the triplex, you can just tell them at the bottom, go ahead and skip that quiz and go grab your hunger control triplex or your reset plus hunger control. Known in just a minute. But it'll take them right to those welcome packs. And that is a huge blessing. So they're not having to get lost to the back office or anything like that. And if you've already communicated, just have them skip that quiz. So it's a huge blessing.
How do we create those quizzes? I mean, we have to create them. I thought we just had them.
You have to create them at first. So that's when I first did that for you. All you have to do is what I have here in the chat. It is join.plexusworldwide.com with your name. So anytime you have anybody come up, you change the name and there's a quiz at the end. And so that quiz, if I have commitment from somebody that's going to give me 60 to 90 days, that is when I send them the quiz link. I'm not going to send somebody if they're just going to take a ProBio 5. I'm not sending them the quiz link. I'm going to have them just go to my Plexus Worldwide site and do it that way. But the quiz link is incredible because it also validates when you're telling them, I think the triplex is going to be great for you, but take this quiz and let's see what comes up for you. And then they get the exact same thing. Then it's already validating to that person that you're already leading them in the right way. And so that quiz is huge for that. So just change that, make it your name and save it on your phone because I'm constantly doing that. And then I'm also creating, every brand new person theirs. So when they have somebody ready, they just have that quiz link. So it's simple and easy and they go straight to their stuff. Is it your referral link name? So the referral link name, it's different because the referral link name goes straight to just the Plexus Worldwide page. This quiz goes specifically to VIP membership. So that's the difference. Can anyone suggest some kind of detox tea? I am so missing the Restore at night. I really liked the Restore. I know a lot of people didn't. I loved everything. I loved the protein bar because I've had some protein bars and they are not good. And I actually really enjoyed ours. I actually loved the soups and some people complain about the soups. Here's the thing. It's 3 days. You have people complain, you tell them, guess what? Let's add some seasoning. Let's maybe mix half and half of the soups. There is other things that you can do, but remember, this is only for 3 days. This isn't something they have to do all the time. And so if they really want to get great results and stick with it, this is something they can do for those 3 days. So let's see. Okay. So any other questions on reset or creating your link or anything really quickly?
So on the detox or the liver detox or whatever, or this nausea or the diarrhea or whatever, did it last all 3 days for people or was it just like day one or?
Go ahead, Rachel, you're on now. So can you explain?
Hey. Sorry, I was at work all day. I had to have a shower. One sec. Okay. So, I just want to kind of like preface the story. to the fact that I was diagnosed with fibrosis of the liver when I was 17. So I have dealt with my liver for years now. And I had heard that the reset was for liver and kidney health, but I didn't even think about the idea that there could be a detox, like it could cause a detox for my liver. And I was like, it was day one. All day was great. I got home from work about 6:30. And on the way home from work, I started to feel a little bit just like nauseous and just not right. I got home and it just continually got worse. So my muscles were really sore. I felt nauseous. I had a headache. I felt like I had a fever. I was clammy and sweaty, and it just progressively got worse. Well, I hadn't had the only thing I had left to take was the tomato and herb soup and the Restore. And I was like, I really don't want it, but I'm just going to do it. Well, I couldn't keep it down. And so I was like, darn, like there goes all that protein, right? But I just felt awful. About an hour later, I was able to keep the Restore down. I went to bed. And I got up the next morning. All day, day two was horrible. All I wanted to do was stay in bed. Same thing, headache, nauseous, my muscles, my whole body was sore. Sweaty, clammy, fever. It was just really bad. But that morning, I was really thankful that I reached out to Hannah and I said, is anybody else having symptoms like this? And I still hadn't thought about liver detox. And she's like, yes. So she was telling me about this thread that she had been reading with some herbalists and naturopathic type of people on there. And she was like, it's liver detox. And it hit me as soon as she said that, like, oh, okay, I should have known this, but I had been having some liver pain. And so I just bought it. This is what mine looks like. It's a Christopher's brand liquid milk thistle. And so as soon as I talked to Hannah about it, I put that in my water, started my first dose. You can take up to 3 dropperfuls a day. So I took it in the morning and then again, mid-afternoon and then at night. And by that night, I was starting to feel better, like not 100%, but better. And you just put it in I put it in Hydrate, I put it in with my Slim, like any liquid is fine. And so on day 3 of my reset, I woke up that morning and everything was gone. I felt so good. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to take my nieces and my daughter to a play and I was going to cancel that. But I felt so good that I was like, we're going. It lasted all like the whole night for day 1, all of day 2. And by day 3 in the morning, I was a lot better, like felt great. So I don't know, you can look up liver detox symptoms and everything I was experiencing is on there. And so it was really rough. And even now, I don't know how, I haven't talked about the reset. I was going to do like posts about the products and lives, but the way I was feeling, I was like, nobody's going to want to do this. Like, I can't talk about this. Like, how do I put this? And I'm still kind of at a loss for like how to talk about that honestly, because it was really rough. So I don't know, but that's my story.
Cassie, how do you
And
feel
now
about-
I will say, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and now like the end of day 2, I was like, I'm never doing this reset again. Like, honestly. And now though, like day 3 came and went, I felt great. The very next day after my reset ended, I lost an additional 3 pounds and I'm like feeling great. Today I was at work. I got up at 4:30 this morning and I was driving my sister crazy because I had so much energy that I was like all over the place. And I was like singing songs and like doing little dance. So now I'm like, I think I'll do it again.
That's funny.
So anyway, what's your
I was just
question?
gonna ask Cassie, because I feel like when you guys have those types of experiences, I almost feel like it makes you being honest with those experiences and putting them out there for your customers, your friends, your family. I feel like because of your honesty, that will make your people trust you more. But you can also pull it in to say, obviously, my body needed that. And there was something that needed to come out. And that's the powerfulness of these products, is they help to pull that stuff out of your system. But there is help. Obviously, you found that the milk thistle helped. Cassie, what do you think about that? Because that's what, I mean, I know Jerisa kind of struggled with some of that too. And maybe that's what she was struggling with. Maybe some of hers was a liver detox.
Mhm.
And so I don't know if that would be something that, I mean, because I told her I thought she should be honest, but I know you don't want to scare people off also.
I will say you're going to connect with more people. I think of all of the posts that you see that are so vulnerable that people are like, I felt that way too, or oh my goodness. Where in this case, I mean, again, not everybody is going to have amazing, like you said, Jerisa had an issue too. Rachel, you have, like, there's going to be that very small percent that does not feel great. But look at the outcome that has happened because Rachel stuck with it and how she's feeling and just everything. So I highly recommend you guys be honest. People are going to want to see that honesty. You don't have to be like to the point where, I mean, it's up to you. You're going to know what you need to say or not say. But I think it's going to be powerful to see, because then people are going to connect with you. If they're really that determined to get down to the root of why they feel so crappy, they're going to come to you because you told them how crappy you felt and now how great you feel. So like Shara, I had one nauseous and throwing up. And I remember Shara asking me, she's like, hey, have you had anybody do this yet? And I'm like, no, because it's so new. We don't know how everybody's experiencing everything. And so that's really good to know for all of us to have that milk thistle, in your brain. So if somebody has that, to go and grab some if they can. Go ahead, Hannah.
I know Rachel Colley had it too. She had a rough time too. And so I would say more than half my people have had a rough time so far. If you look at everyone that's done it, more than half have had a difficult journey with it, but every single one of them pushed through, and I'm so proud of them. But yes, now knowing, hey, if milk thistle can help ease them through that, then, and it's not going to, affect their results. It's not something full of sugar and all this junk that's going to undo everything. It's just going to be an added support. Because I also, when Rachel Colley was going through it, like Shara was like, oh, I don't feel good. And then Rachel not feeling the best. And I'm like, wait, we're now promoting them to start with this. I'm just so relieved that there's a welcome pack that comes with it. I'm not going to ever start anyone just on the reset, just from more than half of my people having a negative, a hard detox, not a negative, just a hard, their body needed it, but just like, who wants to throw up and have diarrhea? Nobody, seriously. So, but I'm just thankful that they're going to already have this other month supply that they've already bought, and they're going to want to not waste it. So let's go through with that. For the ones that weren't sick, like, they felt great and did great. So, you've got that other half of people, or almost half of people, that it really just energized them and made them feel better. You've got the other ones that had the detox, but at the end of it, then they felt better and had the energy. So I'm excited that it comes with the welcome pack, like I said, because I was a little like, oh no, I haven't done it yet. Like, everybody's getting sick, and okay, but I'm going to get me milk thistle to have on hand just in case. So
Do we know what?
who knows?
Do we know why, Hannah or Rachel, the milk thistle is so effective with that? What is the properties in it that help? Do you know?
I'm sure the herbalist lady, the naturopath that was recommending it, could tell you why. And she probably put that in there, and I just didn't take that information, but I could go ask, because I don't know.
What group are you in?
What? Herbalists. I'm so sorry. It's, I've not been detoxing. I've been trying to get over turn 39 and try to take me out.
I thought it was cute. It's fine.
No, just to keep loving me.
I do. I love you.
I will look that up for sure for you.
Are you in a group? Is it a group on Facebook?
No, it's like a power hour sideline thing. I could add you guys. It's just gonna be another thread that goes off totally all the time. It's totally up to you. It's not that great.
It's not that great.
It's usually not that great. This has
Oh.
been the most beneficial information I've received out of that group. But they do power hours in the morning time if anybody wants to do that.
Let me know which ones they are, because if they have an herbalist in there, I might like to pick her brain on certain things.
Okay.
And honestly,
Will do.
Julia McKenna's going to be incredible for that. McKenna is wonderful for that information too.
Yeah.
If you ever want to pick her brain.
I bet. I'm kind of surprised that the company, like with everybody having, not everybody, but a lot of people having those types of symptoms, that they haven't said anything, like just said, this might be something to think of. Do they ever do something like that? I don't know, because this is kind of my new launch experience, but.
So
I know that on different
go ahead.
they have mentioned it. So I think it's
Okay.
probably just falls on us to be, present and show up to the power hours in those calls. And people have mentioned it in even the community ambassador page and that sort of thing. Like it's out there, but I'm not sure if like said, hey, have this on hand. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that they, who knows? Maybe you wouldn't add an extra product in for, and that's already been done, but it would be, they do recommendations to help with like blood sugar and things like that. That makes help happen there. But if you're coming to team calls, if you're showing up on their training calls, you'll eventually get that information.
Okay.
Yeah. Any of that. And I think Dr. Hartman, when he shared the other day, like anytime that he shares like the community huddle, things like that, he always has great information about products or things that we're having. And he talked about the reset and everything. And so I think that, this is the most different. Well, really triplex. We've had triplex for so long, and we know that there's die-off and detox symptoms, and we tell people about it. And we still have people, that's one of our top sellers, because people are learning, they don't get to the root of their issue. They're going to stay where they're at. And so that's a kind of the same with the supported nutritional fast, is that they're going to get some die-off or detox or whatever that looks like symptoms, because they're hitting their body hard instead of slowly with the triplex. I feel like with this reset, it's like, okay, if you're game and you have 3 days, it could be easy, it could be hard, or it could be just in between. For me, it was in between. But again, I've been intermittent fasting for a while, so it's a little bit different ball game for me. Now, I will say my stools are a little bit looser than normal, but that was my only symptoms that I had. So anyway, from the internet. Oh, here's what Tony said on milk thistle. Milk thistle is most often used for liver conditions such as hepatitis and psoriasis. The herb is believed to prevent or treat high cholesterol, diabetes, heartburn, upset stomach, hangovers, gallbladder issues, menstrual pain, depression, and even certain types of cancer. So let's say you have somebody come to you and they're just about to order reset. Maybe they might have some of those symptoms, or they have some of those issues. You might just say, hey, and it might be good to have on hand, some milk thistle in case you might have some, die-off or detox symptoms during this 3-day process. Something to that aspect. I hope that helps.
Cassie, right above that, the properties of it, right above Tony's message.
Yes.
Julia was asking about that.
Okay. I can't, Julia, probably all those words, or Rachel. I don't. I will butcher every single word of that. So there's your properties. Thank you, Rachel, for that. Yeah. Okay. So does everybody have in their mind, like how many resets that you want to like sell this month? Because I know for me, I'm more of a, like, I need to have a vision and I set myself a challenge. So have you guys ever thought about that? Of like, how many do I want to get this month? Or what does that look like? And if you do, put it in the chat or say it.
You saying that number 10 comes to mind, but then my brain has to shut that down. Like 10, it's already July, whatever. What is it? I don't know what day it is. It's already this July 12th, 10. So, yeah, we're halfway through the month. Totally doable. That's 5 a week.
Oh, it's totally doable. I will say in my winning day chat that I'm in with our diamond thread with Genevieve, there's a girl that's already sold like 12 in just the last 3 days. Like, it's doable. It is, you guys are planting those seeds and people are seeing all this reset stuff. So keep sharing, even if you're done with it, start sharing the pivotal and how you're excited to have this program now, or start sharing about the meal preps and the grocery list that now you have accessible. Like, I feel like we're missing out on those components that, yes, here's the reset and these great results for 3 days, but I've already got a message of like, okay, if I get this, what's going to happen after those 3 days? And I'm like, oh girl, I got you all set. You're going to get, all these things on top of that. So, okay. On the chat, go ahead.
Just today, had another lady. I mean, we're going on probably 7 months of her. Every now and then she'll see a post that like strikes her. It's like always fun. And I do the whole, pride myself on, do the whole thing and try to walk her through it. And I was just thinking earlier, I totally forgot to mention, I mentioned the benefits of when you have membership, you get that discount. That's amazing. I mentioned the benefits of doing your 3-day, and then you have a whole month's worth of supply to help support that, what your body just went through, and like help improve it, keep going. I keep forgetting to mention pivotal and meal plans, and that there's, the exercise, I keep forgetting to do that. So you're spot on right there. We need to make sure we're telling even the ones that said no, circle back tomorrow and be like, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, and you get X, Y, and Z. Whenever you're ready, I'm here. That sort of thing.
I was going to mention too, I've been touching back through a lot of people who don't have orders or haven't ordered in a while, and basically telling them about the meal plans and the exercises, in addition to talking about the reset. And that's gone over really well. I had maybe 2 or 3 people that ordered off of just going back to them that had turned off their subscriptions and stuff and like hadn't ordered in a month or 2. So I think I agree, like the meal planning and the exercising stuff like is a huge component. I think that just kind of with reset and on top of that is priceless.
I mean, it's huge. People are paying $29 extra a month. And I will say, like with me, with family all here, I haven't been able to go to the gym like I wanted to. And to have the option to have Pivotal on demand whenever I need or whenever I can to just do a little bit of a workout, that's huge for a lot of people. And so talking about that convenience of how like you can pop something on in 15, 20 minutes and get it done in the time that you need or the time that works for you, that's huge. Okay, I'm seeing 3, 5, 5, 3. 3 is a number that a lot of people are saying. Now I want you to think about that. So if you are selling 3, how many of those 3 now are you going to help? You know where I'm going with this. How many are you going to help add 3 or bring 1 with them? Because that's huge. We know how impactful it is when they have somebody doing the reset with them. I mean, think of all of us all doing the reset together right after convention, or even now you're still lingering and just starting, how impactful that is to know you have all of this support and you're doing it together. I know for me, every single reset I sell, I'm going to encourage them to bring at least one person with them. Think of that, road to Ruby. Could you imagine right now? I don't care if it's the 12th. You guys know how impactful. Let me paint a picture for you. What if your job, like if you work full time, whatever, let's say you have $0 coming in. What would you do? And how would your business change in this if you knew you had nothing coming in? What would you do more of? What would you do? And I want to see in the chat, like you had nothing coming in and you knew you had bills to pay, you knew you had gas to fill up in your tank, you knew you had to feed, put food on the table, you knew you had all of these things piling up. What would you do differently than you're doing right now? I'm seeing I would work more. I would do more reach outs. Anybody else? We've all had that moment when we have had a bill come in and we're like, how are we going to pay for this? I would be calling everyone on my friends list. I mean, think of it. If you're in the pits and you have nowhere to go, nothing to do, but you have this opportunity. Could you imagine if you're using this reset to get you to Ruby this month? Like, I don't think you guys are painting a big enough picture when you're saying, oh, 3, oh, 5, like you guys could get to Ruby this month if you truly believe it by the power of 3 every single week. You're adding 3 and you're helping those 3 add 3. Stopping people in the streets. Yeah. Think really, like if you had to pay your bills and you had to feed your family, I would do more voice messages. Okay, Julia, go.
I was just going to say, the girl that I signed up last week with a reset, she has a gut health event tomorrow night. So that is one way, if you think about it, when you sign them up and say, hey, this is much funner to do with other people. Like most people are like, okay, like I don't mind sharing it. Like most of them, especially when you're like, I'm trying to really hit a goal. Would you mind letting me share so people can hear more about this? Like I always try to remind people that this is more about educating people about what this is and what it looks like, as opposed to me selling them or them selling stuff. So that's an idea. And I'm going to have to go because I got to go back to work. So,
okay. I'm glad you popped on.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, girl. Hannah, you had something a minute ago.
Oh, I typed it in.
Oh, okay.
Just need to do more events, like on Facebook even.
Yeah.
I'm loving the sip and sees and then the trainings and stuff. But then also for convenience and for people outside of the state, we need to do some Facebook events too. So gonna get with my team and get some of those set up.
Yeah, that'll be powerful. I gotta hear this video or see this video that y'all keep laughing about that I haven't seen yet, apparently,
Who brought up video tonight? Is it in the comment?
No, I just remembered that I haven't seen this video that y'all keep laughing about. So that's why I'm going to get it out of y'all. I'm just saying, just know it's coming.
I'm smart and I only use my camera, so I have full control of the video. The video is, I was trying the soups. I was at Sherry's house, I'm allergic, so I can't do like a whole lot, but I'm like, I just want to taste.
Yeah.
See if I need to suck it up, buttercup, or like it's that bad. Because
Right?
I'm hearing how awful.
I feel
And
like
some
we had a
people are
great
like,
mixology type event going on with all the
We definitely
reset products.
So the bone broth, probably the funny. I'll share it, but you guys cannot put it publicly because we're just not going to do that. But if you all promise not to, I will. Oh, Haley, yay! I promise I won't. I will share it, but
Okay.
I was not a.
I pinky
It's not
promise
bad,
it'll be
but
just
it's
with our team because I think it'll be funny to see. I mean, we all have moments like that, right? And Haley, congrats. Oh my gosh. That is so incredible. And it's because, so here's what the power of when you start and you share your journey right at the beginning, I will tell you, and every single person I can guarantee somebody said, well, I don't have anybody that would be interested, right? How many times have we heard that? You get a message and you say, hey, do you know anybody that might want to try this with you? Oh, I don't have anybody that's interested. And I'm thinking, how the heck do you even know that? Right? Like you literally just signed up. How do you know whether you're 500 people? Did you talk to them yesterday? I mean, I'm not going to be rude like that, right? I'm not going to say any of that, but it's like, really? And so by you, Haley, an example of posting your journey right at the beginning, look at how many people you're already helping that are praying, possibly praying for answers. And you are bold enough to start sharing your journey from the get-go. And now look how many lives you're going to be from here on out, keep sharing. Because I promise you, the more, and we've all been there, where you're like, well, nobody ever comments on my Plexus post or nobody ever da. They watch. So be consistent and keep sharing and keep sharing and keep sharing. So congrats on that.
It's so exciting.
Hey, y'all, going back to the video, you're not going to experience what we experienced. I'm just saying the video is, nope, it's not even going to touch what we experienced. So you're going to watch the video and you're gonna be like, really? That's what they're, no. You don't even need to watch the video because it was after she hit stop.
Oh. Sounds about right. It's okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Okay. So how does it, so I want to go back. If you got to where you had to pay your bills and you have this opportunity to pay your bills and you could be Ruby this month, do you feel like you have every ounce in your body to work that hard this month?
Well, you look at Katie Ciccarelli and what happened to their bank.
She
And
told me the moment it happened and she asked me to stop and pray.
So her bank account, so I can't, is she a Sapphire?
She's Sapphire. And you guys,
Sapphire?
$23,000 was taken out of their account. 23,000. She was getting food delivered to her door. Go ahead, Hannah.
Yeah. So you just think about her situation too. So even if you have money to make your bills, there's people that you just don't think of like, oh, it's Sapphire and Plexus, blah, blah, blah. They're not hurting for money. It just goes to show you it can be anyone because you don't know what's going on in their lives. And so now here she is, they've returned like half of the money. I think that's the latest update, like half of the money, but they're no guaranteeing that it's going to get all back. So you better bet your bottom dollar that lady is working her booty off to get some funds coming in. And what a blessing that we get paid so often from Plexus. So anyway, just don't discount anyone in your life that you think, oh, I don't need to reach out to them about the business because they're not struggling or they're not whatever, because you just know what's going on in people's lives. And also on the flip side of that, don't discount the poor people that are poor. We were those people. I didn't have back then it was $99. I did not have an extra $99. I was too busy taking care of a kid and going to Little Rock like 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes literally every day. And it was a disaster, but I didn't have money for a hotel room. So we would drive back and forth. But then look what God's done. So don't discount anyone when you're thinking about working like trying to get to Ruby and pay those bills. Don't discount reaching out to any single person.
Hands down. Even if you see that they're a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, you never know the behind the scenes. And Katie is a prime example of that. Like they lost everything. And so could you imagine everything's wiped, zero. And so my heart breaks for them. And, I'm grateful. I haven't checked the update. I was just trying to look, but, work that hard that you have zero. And could you imagine how proud you would be of yourself by doing just that?
I think she got half of it back. She checked the account. I was just reading the Instagram that she posted. And I think she got like half of it back. It was back in her account, but only half. But thank God it was something, because they had told her more than likely it wouldn't be any because it's the crypto. But Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. I know, actually, I've kind of been through something like that, and it's the worst feeling ever,
Mhm.
ever. Because you feel
Jason and
so
I-
like violated.
Yeah. Jason and I remember when we were flying, my aunt passed away. We were in Okinawa, military, you know, we were on our cell, no kids, right? My aunt was passing away and the tsunami hit. We were coming from Japan, you know, to the States, getting stuck, whatever. We came back with $1 to our name. I had $1. We had $1 for food, everything, because of everything, it just added up. $1. Did I have this opportunity back then? No. Did I have options? No. I mean, I was already working, but that check didn't come in for another 2 weeks. So could you imagine the bonuses that we're going to be able to provide people that are in my shoes, having $1 to their name or even nothing to their name? Never ever discredit the business opportunity that this could be giving people. So please be bold and share that and share what this could do the moment you sign up somebody. I love the accountability partner idea, asking who you can get to do the reset with you and keep each other accountable. Yes, exactly. Again, it's better with numbers. It's better with people that you have together with you. Okay. So I know I want to hear in the chat now, and I already know your goals, but I want you to just be bold and share them again in the chat where you are going this month and what that looks like for this month. You know, I want you to really, I mean, if it's a rank, great. If it's a double rank, great. If it's just a big number you're shooting for, great. What does that look like this month after all of that talking that we've done about how impactful you can be by adding 3 and helping them add 3 reset? What does that look like if you had 0 to your name right now, and how hard you would work until the end of the month? Because we still have plenty of time, you guys. It is only the 12th, only the 12th. Okay, Patricia, gold. She is gold bound. Yep. Hannah, 400 points. Yes, girl. Cindy, I am going gold. Yes, yes, you are. We have a lot of people in this on right here going gold this month. Jennifer, gold. Yes. And again, just you have to now, when we get off of this, I want you to pray and I want you to figure out what that plan looks like, because again, we can shout out gold and all these things that we want, but look where you ended last month. Figure out how many orders you need to get to that goal. And if it's too low, if you're like, oh, that's only 10, then you were lowballing yourself. Think you had $0 to your name. Where would you be right now? Have a low, like have a realistic goal and a high goal, like make 2 if you need to, and go from there. Okay, Rachel, gold, I'm coming for you. Yes. Cindy, I have been adding people and then reaching out to them. Good for you. So when she's saying that, that's mean like on your friends list, she's just been adding people, connecting, chatting with them, things of that nature. Hannah was 78 points shy from my goal of 400 last month. It's going to happen this month. Yes. Silver, I'm coming for you. Yes, girl, you already are close. Like you should be looking for senior silver at this point, my friend. And Hannah, 500 is what you should be shooting for when you've got all these people going for gold, my friend. Rachel, oh, that was Hannah saying Rachel. Rachel, yes, you are. It's going to be so good. Ashley, small goal, but I like how she said this. Small goal is senior silver because she knows she can do that. Large goal is gold. Let's count these golds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 golds on this call. So that means we're going to have 5 celebrating gold this month. Believe it, print it out. Print out something that when you hit gold, you're going to go get a massage, or you're going to go and buy, I don't know, Tony, you're going to go buy something for camping, or take your wife somewhere, or take yourself somewhere, or whatever that looks like. Print a picture of what you're going to do when you hit that this month. And then I want to know when you actually did print that, and you get that printed, or you have it saved on your phone, like a screensaver, whatever that looks like. And so you can celebrate it. You've got to celebrate hitting that huge accomplishment. I know when I hit sapphire, I told them on the last call, and here I said diamond, but I'm like, you know what? I could possibly do it sapphire. Our cars are at 200,000 plus, you guys. Like, we have some older cars, and I'm okay with that, but it's not going to last much longer, right? And so I said Sapphire on the last call with Carissa. I said, you know what? Sapphire, I want to get a Telluride and I want it in that color, hot pink, like those Jeeps that are going around right now. I want that hot pink color. And so there's my goal right now. So highly, highly, highly recommend you print and you get a goal and you have that vision so that you can see it and do it today. Do it now. Yes, Hannah, go for it.
Read that again.
What do you want me to share about that? Tell me again. I'm going to read shares.
You want to hear about your Sapphire goal, your plan for when you hit Sapphire.
Yes.
Do you want to
So
share
my
about that?
plan is when our team hit Sapphire, that I wanted to take several people on there on a cruise. And so I would love to go on. I love cruises, you guys. But now with COVID and stuff, I don't know if that's going to change because my parents have been cruisers and they're having some hard times going on with that right now. So that was my big goal before COVID. So that's why I kind of hesitated. I was like, oh, but that's my goal. Even if we don't do a cruise, maybe we do a destination somewhere and it's like the all-inclusive hotel or whatnot. I don't know, but that's my goal where we all can celebrate together. So
what we can all do to help, obviously we'll help her reach her goal too, but help us get, I don't know, Ryan says it's a numbers game, whatever, to help us get set up to where, hey, we might can qualify for that all-inclusive thing is start building really strong under us. That's going to make her get closer to Sapphire. And it's just like all right there. So we can all go party.
Yep, exactly. We all go party together, either on a cruise or a hotel somewhere. I mean, I love cruises. So anyway, okay. Shara added hers. I like her breakdown. So that's her plan. You guys create a plan tonight before the pillow hits the bed, because you have to be excited about your plan in the morning. If you are not excited about your plan in the morning and have a vision, there is no vision, and your goal that you shouted out here will not happen. So, okay, Shara, she has to go. Good night. Okay. I love you guys. And be bold. Share this business opportunity like you have $0 in your account right now. Somebody wiped it clean. What would you do? Okay. Bye, guys. I'll talk to you soon in the chats.